What's up, Geminites? It's your boy GemMint here with another statue unboxing and review. This is the XM Studios Dark Phoenix statue, which is an amazing piece that I've always wanted, and it's kind of always been the one that got away. This was a difficult piece to find when it first came out because it was either an XM exclusive or a convention exclusive. So basically you had to buy it directly through those means. You couldn't get it on the aftermarket unless you paid an exorbitant amount. After I saw DT over at DT's Geek Show and EvanTube do an unboxing and a review, I said, yeah, man, I gotta track this bad boy down. It did come at a little bit of a cost because my favorite portrait has like a nick in the hair, but I got a great deal for it, so we'll see how it goes. I figure I could always display a different portrait or just not notice it. Man, Lord knows I've broke and chipped enough of my own statues anyway. So, sorry for the long intro. We're going to go ahead and get this unboxed. Before we jump into it, though, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let's go ahead and get this shipper out of here. Alright, this is piece 544 out of 999 that were made. As you can see, it is XM Studios' traditional black luggage type of box, which always usually comes in super clutch for shipping. I do like how they have the little biography on the inside of the box. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so there you go. You can see they have like a picture from the art print with their own little biography on Jean Grey, the Dark Phoenix. We'll do our own little history once we get her unboxed. Speaking of the art print, looks like we have that right here. Wow, beautiful, man. The Phoenix on the back is really what sold me. I really liked it. We'll talk about it during the review, but our print looks very nice. Oh wait, this was a little bit of an older piece, so it does have an assembly booklet. I have a feeling it's going to come in handy for this one. Alright, as always, we have the straps with the tough white styrofoam. Let's go ahead and get that top layer off. Here you can see all the pieces wrapped up. Let's get all that paper and plastic out of here. Alright, and there we have it. Let's take a look at the damage on my favorite portrait. Yeah, the fire hair portrait to me is the best. I like how it has the eyes whited out. The fire in the hair is an awesome touch. That looks great. And here is the chip. So, not too bad. It almost looks like a little bit of a yellow dot. So, for the discount I got, I can live with that. This portrait looks really good too. No fire in the hair, but you still have that deep red. Still have the whited out eyes. Lacks a little bit of detail with the paint apps on the face, I would say, and on the lips, but nonetheless, still a good portrait. Then you have a third portrait with her eyes. I actually like it better than I thought I was going to in person. I was thinking I was going to put it back in the box and not ever have it out, but I might display this one. Alright, then we have some hands with her gold gloves with the fire wrapping around. I think that looks awesome. Nice detail in the fabric on those gloves. Really digging that. Alright, and then here goes the big Phoenix in the back. This actually has a chip that I wasn't aware of that actually looks really nasty, y'all. Dang. That really sucks, man. Maybe I'll find the piece in the box and see if we can glue that back on. But I love the colors, man. Those oranges and yellows look great. Yep, I found it. Let's see if we could dab a piece of glue on that to try to save that. Alright, gonna give that piece to Fee for some surgery. Let's look at the body here and then we'll get to the bottom layer. Alright, here we go. Like I said, you got the gold boots, gold sash. You got the Phoenix logo on the chest, a little bit of fire on her. Oops. I like that deep red costume, looks great. Alright, we don't need to see the sash and all the little fire. We'll just take a look at the bottom now. Alright, here's the bottom layer. Let's get that plastic off. Alright guys, the bottom is all fire and stone. So let's start taking a look at these pieces. Alright, we got the wings. Incredible detail with the sculpt and the paint. I absolutely love how these look. Amazing. They look like angel wings but made out of fire. So awesome. Then we have this big chunk of fire with these rocks here. Again, loving the colors. Really popping. Got a wild flame here. And then an even larger chunk of fire and rock, which feels like this is something that goes right into the base with this big key. Probably where the Phoenix goes right here. Looks awesome. Alright, and finally, the base. Not too big of a base. I love the color of those charcoal rocks. Got still some flame on the bottom. Here's the bottom. I never really show XM pieces on the bottom because they have serial numbers that people can use to knock off. So this is what it looks like minus the serial number. Alright guys, Fee was able to fix the bird a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. So thank you, Fee, for doing that. I said I was going to use the assembly booklet, but I accidentally packed that away. So we're going to go at this without it. I'm going to assume this big chunk goes in first. And it looks like that goes in right here. Alright, it does. Let's get Jean's body keyed in right here. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get the bird, the phoenix, keyed in. Very cool. Let's go ahead and get a head sculpt on there. Comes together quick, starts taking shape, right? Alright, what do we want to do? Let's get our arms together. Boom. Got the other one here to her side. And you can display this without the bird on the back, without the wings. Without the wings looks pretty lame, but definitely without the phoenix on the back. Where does this chunk go? Right here in the front. Very cool. Only a couple pieces left. We got her sash. Alright. Pieces of flame. They look like they go on her legs. Yep, this goes... I had to take the sash off first. Alright, one last piece of flame. And let's try to get these wings on. Wow, there she goes, man. Crazy. Okay, Dark Phoenix is really Jean Grey. Jean Grey is a founding member of the X-Men. She first appeared in X-Men #1 in September of 1963 with the original X-Men team, with Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Angel, and Professor X. She was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and went by the name Marvel Girl, although she always was Jean Grey. Jean Grey became the Phoenix in X-Men 101 in October of 1976. That character was created by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum. Jean Grey obtains the Phoenix Force sometime while she's in outer space with the X-Men. As she seemingly dies in the ocean, as you can see on the cover, she rises again with her newfound power. Her time as Phoenix is short-lived as she turns into the Dark Phoenix during one of the most acclaimed X-Men stories of all time, the Dark Phoenix Saga. This saga lasts from issues 129 through 138 of the X-Men in the 1980s. As Dark Phoenix, the character is without remorse. She brutally obliterates an entire planet, amongst other atrocities. This story that was written by Chris Claremont and John Byrne, as well as penciled by John Byrne, has become the source material for 2 X-Men movies, as well as their animated series. Alright guys, this piece looks incredible. It's everything that I hoped and thought it would be. There are a couple of nitpicks here, but overall, it's a really impressive statue, as you guys can see. First thing I want to talk about is the concept of this. It kind of borrows from their Phoenix statue that XM did, I think a year or so prior. Now, they used translucent resin for the bird, and I think for the flames as well, as I did own that piece, and I reviewed it a long time ago. Don't watch that review, it's probably super cringe. But it's the same kind of concept. Now, what I think they've done better with Dark Phoenix is gone with the painted flame rather than the translucent resin, because when you use that resin, you can see the rods that connect the pieces right through it. So that kind of loses a lot of the effect for me because it has the see-through rods and the seams. Now, this one does have seams as well, which is kind of where I was saying I have some nitpick issues that I can easily look over. But there is going to be a seam that connects the Phoenix to the flame, and there are some subtle seams on the wings. But again, I think it's worth it for what they were able to achieve here. So the concept borrows from their original one, but it is painted flames, and the first time I saw them do painted flames was with their Ghost Rider piece, which I absolutely loved. I love how painted flame look. I don't think you need to make it look translucent, because I don't think fire really is translucent. If you look at a big flame, you don't really see through it. I mean, it dances and flickers, but it's thick and it's dark, and it is deep oranges, reds, you know, and then you got your yellows and your white to the center. So I think they really did a good job with the paint on this. They got Dark Phoenix. Jean Grey is walking. She's got this forward motion, flames wrapped all around her. On this portrait, like I mentioned, which is my favorite, she's got the flames through her hair. She's the embodiment of this inferno, and I think it looks awesome. I don't know how they sculpted this. I always said it's got to be hard to digitally sculpt water and fire, any kind of elemental thing like that, but they did a great job, man. The flames that wrap around the base, they did an amazing job sculpting those flames to look realistic, to look like it has movement. Going up to the Phoenix, forget about it. It looks like feathers and it looks like flames at the same time. So much time must have gone into those fine details to make it look as realistic as it does. Not to mention at the tip of the wings where you have the feathers that are sticking out, looks so clean, looks awesome. Even the bird's face has this angry, screaming look, like a screaming eagle. It looks awesome. Looking at Jean, I think she looks great. I mean, I think the anatomy is spot on. Everything looks good. I like the costume, the choice of colors. I like how it's that deep red. Looking at the bottom, you can see a design on the bottom of her heel. You can see wrinkles by her ankle that go up to behind her knees. Across the side of her thigh has a seam where those boots are with other folds. That gold color really does have a dull shine to it. I think it looks really good. It contrasts the flame and the red part of the costume really well. Good details in the sash. She's got her little Phoenix logo where it knots. And then on the costume, the red costume has some line work there in the middle of her stomach and around the sides. You have a raised Phoenix emblem on her chest. Looks great. And then that flaming portrait. Yeah, I think I'm going to definitely display that one. I just feel like it matches with the base so well. It kind of gives elements from the base and elements from her as a human, and it combines it so well. I really do like the color of the rock too, and they did this well with Ghost Rider, but I think it looks better here actually. It's singed rock, it's burnt, it's like charcoal almost, and it even has like a flow of what looks like lava down here to her right, so that looks really good too. All those cracks, and look at all the little time they took to kind of like pepper in colors of orange and yellow in the middle of the rocks. It kind of gives you like this glowing effect, which I'm glad they didn't do LEDs, man. I don't think it really needs it. I really like their Ghost Rider and their Dark Phoenix, how it's just painted to look like fire. Let's go ahead and see what she looks like with her other head sculpt. So we got my favorite one. We've established that. This one has a similar look on her face. She's not as psychotic. She doesn't have that big grinning smile like she does with the flaming hair portrait. She looks a little bit more in control. She doesn't have the flames in her hair, but her eyes are all white. She definitely has an evil, sinister look on this portrait. I think it looks good. And then lastly, we have the portrait without the white eyes. She has what looks like greenish yellow eyes, kind of just a serious face. The eyebrows are a little bit furrowed, but it's my least favorite one, but it does still look good. I think all three portraits kind of suffer from the same lack of texture on the face. It's just very smooth, almost like a porcelain doll. The paint apps, you know, it does have a variety. It's not like it's just one color for her flesh tone. It looks like it gets a little bit rosy in the cheeks there. You got the mascara painted, the eyebrows, a lipstick, so it's got different colors. I think it just lacks that texture. It looks a little too smooth. Let's go ahead and get some measurements on this one, because I don't know where. I'm going to have to put it on the bottom level, I think. It looks like the top of the left wing is the highest point here. So it's a hair above 29 inches tall. The diameter of the base is only about 11 inches deep, about 9.5 inches wide, but it's going to have a lot more width with those wings. Closer to like 15 inches with the width of the wings. And more of about 13 inches if you're looking at like the back of the Phoenix to the front of her left hand. So I'm going to put her in there with my X-Men display. I think this is a great addition. I want to hear what you guys think about the Dark Phoenix statue by XM Studios in the comments below. I know it's not a brand new piece. There have been other reviews, even really good ones recently, which actually made me want to go ahead and hunt her down. Like I said, if you guys enjoy the content, go ahead and do me a favor and hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for more daily content. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video or an impromptu live stream, as sometimes we do more than just one video a day. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned at the end. We're going to have a playlist with more statue unboxing and reviews. Stay minty fresh. Peace.